If you're trying to decide between the Momcozy M5 and the Momcozy S12 Pro, then this video is for you. Both the Momcozy S12 Pro and M5 are two of the most popular Momcozy wearable breast pumps. But there are some distinct differences between the two. So let's dive in and take a look. So to start with, one of the main differences is in terms of the flange design. So your S12 Pro is your typical flange design, although it does have the addition of this second seal, which is for cushioning your breast as well as helping with getting a really great suction. So I do love that. The M5 also does have this, but where it differs mostly is in with its 105-degree flange design. So this design is to help mimic the baby's natural mouth position. So this helps not only with comfort, but also with helping with the milk flow. So I do really love this. I think it is something that sets the M5 apart from most breast pumps, especially in terms of flange design. It's also aimed at really creating a pain-free pumping experience. So when we're talking about suction, both these pumps come with a really powerful 280 to 300 millimeter of mercury suction power, which is fantastic. Both have 9 different suction levels, and then both have 3 modes. However, when it comes to modes, it is again another difference that sets these two pumps apart. So we have the traditional let down and then expression modes, but then with the S12 Pro you get a general mixed. However, with the Momcozy M5, that mix mode also comes with a vibrate to pump. Now I love this vibration feature. As you can imagine, inside it's going like this, and while that is on your breast, it is loosening up your milk ducts and helping you to really make the most of the expression and get out every little drop. So I really love this, especially from a expression point of view. Obviously you're here to express your milk, so if you can do that the most efficient way possible, I would be going for that. I really love that feature. In terms of LED screens, now I'm going to turn these on, but these probably will be a bit flicky. Let's have a look. Oh no, they're pretty good. So you can see that there is actually quite a difference in the size of the LED screens. Now, the M5 is very basic. You're not getting the timer like you do with the S12 Pro. And for me, it's a little bit of a letdown. I really do love having the inbuilt timer. I feel like this is a great option to be able to track your pumping sessions and then adjust as you need to. In terms of the larger screen, you're also getting a memory function. Now this is great. It means that you don't have to go through the whole process of lining up your pump again. It will retain your last pumping sessions. In terms of battery life, again, the S12 Pro wins here. It has a longer battery life up to 140 minutes, which is 6 to 7 pumping sessions. The average pumping session is around 20 minutes. And then the Momcozy M5 only has up to 120 minutes. So it's the 5 to 6 pumping sessions. So there's about a pumping session difference between the two. Again, the S12 Pro also has a much shorter recharge time. It's only an hour and a half opposed to 2 hours with the M5. So overall, if we're talking in terms of battery life, I do feel that the S12 Pro is a lot better. As far as collection cups go, so again, this is where the S12 can be really beneficial. It has a slightly larger 6 Oz collection cup opposed to the 5.4 on the Momcozy M5. What I do like about the design of the S12 Pro, although it's not an all-in-one, so you do have this section that pops out. If you can imagine that's in your bra, you can still see down into the collection cup pretty easily to see where you're at with your expression and milk collection, whereas with the M5, you really almost need to take this out of your bra to have a look. So if you're in the middle of work, you know, you can't just have a quick sneaky look to see where you're at, which may or may not be a deciding factor for you. In terms of portability though, I really do love that the M5 comes with this hard shell carry case. So it's designed for your pumps to sit in there. It's got some extra storage, and if I lift this up, you can see that it's got room for all the accessories and things that you might need. And then it all zips up in this really handy carry case. So I really do love this from a portability, from a protection of your pumps. I think this is a real big bonus. But it does also come at a premium price. So for the great design, with the flange, with the vibration to pump mode, with the extra accessories like the hard shell case, you are paying a little bit more. So it is something to consider. Is a longer battery life and features such as a timer going to be important to you, or is it comfort and efficiency that's going to win over regardless of the price? I hope this helps.